All these economic differences led to political controversies and differences between the three regions. The big controversy was still about the National Bank. The National Bank was supported by the Northerners, and the South and the West opposed the National Bank because they thought it gave too much political power to the wealthy Northeasterners. What the South and the West wanted was strong state banks, which would give cheap loans so they could buy more cheap land. Another political issue was the protective tariff. Obviously, the Northerners would have supported a protective tariff because they had the infant industries or young industries that they wanted to protect from foreign competition. The Southerners did not want a tariff. In fact, the Westerners didn't really like the tariff, but the Westerners accepted the tariff in exchange for support on the idea of internal improvements. Internal improvements can be wrapped up in, say, Clay's American system. The internal improvements are things like roads, canals, bridges, railroads, especially later on, that would be able to connect the West to the East Coast. Northerners wanted the internal improvements as well, and the Westerners supported the tariff in order to make sure that the Northerners would support all of those expensive internal improvements. Westerners also wanted cheap land. They had this in common with the South. The South opposed the protective tariff, they opposed the bank. We can see their opposition to the tariff in the nullification crisis. The South also opposed those internal improvements because they didn't need them. A lot of those deep rivers ran right up to the plantations. They didn't want to waste their taxes for the federal government that would be used to help the North and the West.